What up, players? Alright, guys. I know it's been a long time, but it's been like about a month. So we're finally back. Betos made a bunch of progress. He's made a bunch of progress, but nothing major that you guys missed out on. They got the firewall all nice and painted up. It's all shaved and got that panel installed. We got this little wiper panel too. Everything's all clean. You got the frame and all the front suspension, everything painted up. The front pretty much got all the work. So he sat the engine and tranny in finally. For the 4060 transmission, he had to just move the stock cross member back a little bit and re-drill some new holes for it to line up. So that's done. He got this cold case radiator and dual electric fans set up. Pretty much it. He's running the truck accessories. He ended up getting a different power steering pulley, a little bit smaller, so he could clear the steering box, because it was real close. But yeah, that's pretty much what he's got done so far. Like, besides all that, he's just been waiting for parts. Right now we're about to work on the gas tank. He got the tank from Tanks Inc. Comes with the in-tank fuel pump, sanding unit, and he's already got the old tank out. What we're about to do is we're gonna cut an access hole to access these while it's already mounted in the car. That way, if anything goes wrong, we're able to access it from the trunk. So we'll take you guys through it right now. All right, guys. So Beto just took his little sub setup out. Gonna get some of this wiring out the way. This is what it's looking like right now. Basically, all we're gonna do is cut a little square like right here. That square is gonna be big enough pretty much for this to be accessed through the trunk. Just in case this pump goes out or for whatever reason something's going wrong, we're able to open it up from in there and pull the pump out through the trunk without having to drop the whole gas tank and go through all that mess just to fuck with it. So we're gonna be doing that. It's pretty simple. We're gonna put the tank on right now. We're gonna mount it up with the straps from down here, and then I'll be able to at least get like an idea of where this shit's gonna be sitting. That way we could draw a little line up there or something with the Sharpie and cut a hole out. It'll line up perfectly. We're down here at the bottom now. This is the straps, the old straps. They got like a little bolt up here, and then it comes over to this side right here. Oh yeah, there you go. It has like a little this little hook side. You kind of just like slide it in place on that side, and then this little shit set up on the other side. But yeah, we're taking out the old ones because this gas tank does, well, obviously it's always better to just put new ones, but this gas tank is like 2 gallons bigger than the original tank. I think it hangs down a bit lower. So you need different shaped straps to hold it in place. So we're gonna take out the old ones and get these set up. All right, guys, so let me show you what that little hook goes through. There's a hole up there and then like a bottom hole. It pretty much hooks through, and then you just get that little bolt to go through. That way it holds it. We just got them in like kind of hand tight, because like I said, we're gonna be dropping the tank anyways, but we don't want it dropping the tank while we're trying to line it up. So all right, hold on. All right, guys, so we got a hole cut out. As you can see, I mean, it clears enough, but we just want more room, a little bit more room to work with. So mostly what we care about is the fuel pump. So if the fuel pump ever goes out, so what we're gonna do is just stretch this hole out a bit. Probably bring it down to like right here, because what we do have is this access door. This is actually mine. We just brought this out so we have an idea of like the size, because I'm pretty sure he's gonna order this exact same door. Pretty much, probably just cut out all of this shit right here. All right, guys, we got the hole cut out. Beto's gonna take the door with him to the hardware store now and buy some little screws. It takes like, I don't know where the little dots are. Shit's so dirty in here. It takes a few screws to like hold the little access door down, and then yeah, we'll get that mounted in. But I'm about to install the fuel pump and the sending unit while he's gone, and have it ready for pretty much final bolt up. I'm gonna take you guys through this because fuel pump and the sending unit, there's a few little different instructions you have to do. So you guys will see that right now. All right, guys, so we got the Tanks Inc. Kit. Came with the walbro 4, I believe, fuel pump. So this is like what comes with the fuel pump part. Here's the actual pump and stuff. And here's a little sock for the bottom. Comes with 2 zip ties, and then the gasket and bolts comes with. So it comes with the little instructions, like depending on how deep your tank is, you got to do certain things. So we're gonna need to get a measuring tape out and pretty much follow the rules. And at the end, it should come out looking like this. And then you should just be able to drop it in and bolt it up there. So let me grab a measuring tape so we can start on this. All right, so you gotta measure first the depth of the tank, right? So here's pretty much, I mean, if you guys are doing this, you guys are gonna have this paper, but you gotta get all these things numbered out here. So number 1 says measure the depth of your tank. So you do that by sticking this in here, and you measure what it comes up to, and that's about 6 1/4. So what you're gonna wanna do is tank equals 6 1/4 of an inch. So just with the depth of the length, you're gonna be able to use it in these little formulas to figure out what everything else is gonna be. So in this supply tube, you're gonna do the depth minus the pump and sock length. So you gotta measure the pump and the sock, whatever the length is, subtract it from the depth, and you'll be able to get this little supply tube right here. So you're gonna cut down pretty short. Then what you're gonna wanna do is the same thing over here. Your return hose is only gonna be the depth minus an inch. And then when you cut it, they want you to cut it at an angle just like that too. So there's that, and then, yeah, pretty much you go from there. I'm gonna get to doing all that stuff right now, and I'll show you guys what it's looking like afterwards. All right, guys, so we got the whole fuel pump assembly pretty much put together. Everything's good. Actually, I just need to add these zip ties right here to hold the return line down, but other than that, it's ready to go into the tank. All right, now just freaking drop the bolts in. All right, now we're moving on to the sending unit, guys. We got the fuel pump all done. Next, we're gonna be doing this. And this also comes with its own instructions, so pretty much gonna be going along this. So depending on the depth of your tank, you might have to remove the second bracket. You can see one's this side and the other one is this side. It's like goldish plate type thing. So there's 2 screws here. I'm about to remove the second one to get rid of the second bracket because we don't need it. All right, so similar to the pump, there's got to be some measurements pulled, and we got that first bracket off, and now we're able to slide this up and down on the other one. And what you got to do is measure the depth of the tank again on this side, because this side's a bit shorter. So on this side we got 6 3/4, and now what you got to do is get half of the tank depth, and then with that half you add an 1/8 to it, and that's going to determine what measurement you want to get between here and the bottom of pretty much the mounting plate. All right, so half of this 6 3/4 would be 3 3/8. Then like it says, we add an 1/8, and that gives you 3 1/2. So right here, I got the measurement from the bottom of this plate down to this little nut or screw here. That's your 3 1/2. All right, so I got the ping pong ball freaking floater thing in, and you're supposed to measure it so that the ball is an 1/8 inch below the mounting plate, and that's pretty much where I got it. Beto helped me out tighten this up, and now you can see when he's full, the ball's gonna be up here. As it slowly goes down, you see where it's marking you on the inside. This is like half a tank, and when it's empty, it'll mark empty there. So obviously all this extra is not gonna fit inside the gas tank, so I'm gonna have to like cut it like right there. All right guys, got it cut nice and ready to install. Beto's throwing that plate in there, little access door. So pretty much done. We're gonna throw this in and we'll be ready to mount the tank. All right guys, we got the little access door going on. Beto's down there. And we're about to just tighten up all the screws right now so we could drop the tank in. Everything's ready on the tank. And yeah, we're just gonna get ready to tighten these things up.
Go!
All right guys, so the tank's officially in. Got it strapped in. Got the access door installed. Pop this boy open. Boom, fuel pump, easy access, ready to go. So now, there's our install on the actual gas tank setup. Now we're just waiting on the lines to actually get our fuel lines running and stuff. And then that should be on another part of the video. I think that's all we're doing for today on this. Open it. Bam. Easy. Just got the, I mean, it's still wet, but the whole trunk is all painted up too, so it's nice and clean. Nice and good. The trunk's in there for good. I mean, the tank. So now pretty much gonna let this paint dry because it's still wet, and he's gonna throw in all this crap back in. If we ever need to work on that, it's easy to get to.
Bad bitches here.